This tutorial is on the FSA-211 Power of Attorney Authority and Farmers.gov. There are many other authority types available beyond FSA-211 Power of Attorney, such as an entity member, guardian, spouse, or conservator. However, this tutorial will only walk through the authority for an FSA-211 Power of Attorney. In this tutorial, I will show you how to act on behalf of another person who's granted you authority, or in other words, switch to an FSA-211 Power of Attorney enabled profile on Farmers.gov. Then, I'll walk through what you can do in Farmers.gov once you've switched to another profile. Acting on behalf of someone else as enabled by FSA-211 Power of Attorney is available across all tabs of the portal except the Finances tab. Please note, currently only FSA-211 Power of Attorneys that are granted full authority for all programs or NRCS programs without limitations on the FSA-211 form can utilize the FSA-211 Power of Attorney profile. This means that in Section A, Number 2, all current and all future programs must be selected, and in Section B, Number 1, all actions must be selected in order to enable online access using the Power of Attorney authority. This form can be filled out at your local service center. Once you have a working eAuth account and the customer granting you authority has submitted the FSA-211, you will have the ability to switch profiles in Farmers.gov and act on their behalf. Let's dive in. After you log into Farmers.gov using your eAuth login and password, you will be brought to the home page. From the home page, you can switch profiles and act on behalf of another person who's granted you authority by clicking Switch Profile in this gold banner. You won't see the gold banner and the option to switch profiles if you do not have the authority to act on behalf of another customer. After clicking Switch Profile, the profile options will display with all the profiles to which you have authority and access. Anything grayed out is a restricted profile that is not enabled online. Contact your local service center for any questions on a restricted profile. Once you've clicked on the profile you'd like to switch to, the gold banner at the top will show that you have switched profiles and you are now acting on behalf of someone else as an FSA-211 Power of Attorney. Another way to switch profiles is by clicking on your name in the upper right-hand corner. After clicking Switch Profile, the profile options will display. Now that we know how to switch to another profile on Farmers.gov, we'll show you what it's like to go throughout Farmers.gov and while acting on behalf of another customer. While acting on behalf of another customer, remember, the gold banner at the top will remind you that everything you view or do is as if you are the customer. Here's what it's like when you select the land page. On top, the gold banner is letting you know you are acting on behalf of another customer. Here, you can access all land tasks and actions for another customer. If you switch profiles from another page, you'll be redirected back to the home page. When selecting the Finance tab, this message will pop up letting you know that when using a Power of Attorney authority, your access to finances is restricted. Finally, when you select the Conservation page after switching profiles, you'll see all the conservation tasks related to the customer you are acting on behalf of, such as submitting a conservation request, certifying conservation practice completion, or e-signing a document. Again, the gold banner at the top will remind you that you are acting on behalf of another customer. When you finish acting on behalf of another customer and you'd like to switch back to your own personal profile, you can click Switch Profile in the gold banner. The Switch Profile options will display, and you can select your own name, which is the first profile listed.